What happens now? What's going on? Is there
Hey, you
advertising?
guys are back. What the hell happened? How did that happen?
It's the shortest break.
It's this modern technology. I'm Aardvark, Andrew Aardvark. This is Aardvark Interviews. Patrick and Crazy Tomes, Crazy Island, whatever you want to call them. It's crazy.
Crazy
though.
Tone
Yeah.
Crazy on the island.
They've decided to
on the
return.
island.
I got Ali Ahmed, who just did a wonderful film because he sent it to me and I watched it and everything. So I don't talk bullshit, you know. Kellyanne knows this, right, Kellyanne?
100%.
Thank you, Kellyanne. That's her job, just to go.
100.
Yeah. So, Ali Ahmed, what's the name of your film, baby?
Hey, how's it going? It's
Hey,
Buried
Ali.
and Forgotten.
What is
Nice
it?
to meet you guys. Buried and Forgotten.
All right. And what's it about?
So it's a neo-noir short film, and it's about an alcoholic who's returned home after quite some time, and because his devout uncle is dying in his last days, and while he's home, he's trying to stay sober, but there's this sort of kind of revelation he has, this little secret his sister shares, a dark secret, and it's you know, I don't, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without giving too much of it away because it is a short. So, but basically, you're gonna see how he reacts and how he deals with it and what goes down. And so it's a story about addiction and sexual abuse. So it's dark.
Cool. Two of my favorite topics. All right, so Ali, is this film? It's already finished and going to festivals now. What's the
Yeah.
situation?
So I've been submitting it to festivals and it's finished, and now it's kind of just a waiting game. You know, I think it's gonna be a few months and until I hear back, and we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. It's sort of my first. Yep, that's the poster.
It's a nice
Pulled
poster.
it up. Thanks. Yeah,
Could you send me one of those? Sorry.
Yeah,
But,
I have a big one printed out. I actually have in my right in the kitchen. Actually, I printed out a nice big one after you finished and put it up.
Okay, so what festivals are you hitting this term?
I'm just trying to go for all the big ones and see what sticks. I didn't really strategize or anything. I kind of just shooting my shot everywhere. Yeah, and that's the trailer.
Did you go to what's it called? Highway? What's it called? Film Freeway? Did you go to
Film Freeway. Yeah, that site's dangerous because you just have to click one button and before you know it, you know the bill is just stacking up and it's
the money's gone
not
already.
good. Yeah,
just one click.
Yeah.
Kellyanne, do you know this topic that Ali is concerned with here?
Regarding alcoholism?
Well, alcoholism plus is this about Syrian developments or
no? Their family's Pakistani.
Pakistani. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were doing another film though too, right?
That was a feature film screenplay that I wrote a few years ago. That was one of my passion project scripts. It was
Take it anymore.
really the slice of life coming of age film set in a refugee camp, Syrian refugee camp.
Look at this film.
Society is sick.
What do you say? Society is sick?
Yeah, I think the audio went out. This society is sick, so why do we blame ourselves?
Right.
Thanks.
That's excellent, man.
Yeah, I've seen the clip a while ago. It's a great clip.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Thanks. How old are you, Ali? So I could feel like an old dirty geezer. How old are you?
27.
He's 27. Okay, so my life has been a complete waste. All right. Crazy. Do you want to be an actor?
Do I want to be an actor? Well, sure, yeah.
Okay, so you'll be in Ali's next movie. Okay, good. We got that straightened out. All right.
Got you.
What about you,
Looking
Pat?
forward.
Pat, are you acting or are you just staying in your improv stuff right now?
I'm going to Slovakia for 5 days to do a movie.
Seriously, or are you joking?
Seriously.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the name of the film? Can you tell us, or is it
It's called The Performance.
The Performance, really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! Are they gonna send you money to travel there?
I'm gonna hitchhike. I'm gonna go.
Hitchhike.
Yeah. It's December 10th through the 15th.
Holy
Um,
shit, Slovakia. Wow.
Slovakia.
And what are they?
Yeah,
Crazy,
waiting forever for. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Crazy Tomes. Do you know where Slovakia is?
Yeah, I do know where Slovakia is. It's right by the Czech Republic. I've never been to Slovakia, but I did play a show in Prague in 2014,
Excellent.
which
Okay,
is the closest I've been to.
Pat, are you excited about this?
I am.
Excellent. You got a nice part in the show, in the movie, in the film.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wow,
It's
that's
a fun
pretty.
part.
That's pretty big. Yeah, yeah. I'm jealous already. Now, Ali, what's the next step? Do you think it's worth it to go to film festivals?
I mean, I'm new to festivals, but it sounds like that's a really great way of getting your film. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I guess there are other ways of getting your film seen, but if you get into a good festival, it brings a lot of eyes, and people see a festival at Tribeca, and then they want to see it. But there's definitely websites. There's like Tubi and other ways of getting your film out there. So once the festival circuit is over, I'm definitely gonna put it on YouTube, just try to blast it out.
Yeah.
Go into marketing mode and put that hat on.
So Ali, you're acting in it as well?
Yeah, I wrote, directed, produced, and acted in it and edited it.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, don't go on Tubi. Tubi is shit. But seriously, did you send to Cannes or Tribeca with Robbie De Niro?
Yeah, I just the De Niro hasn't gotten back to me for some reason. I don't know why. It's
How long is the film, Ali?
It's 23 minutes, so that's definitely going to be not great in terms of the way I think festival people see it, because they kind of prefer it to be probably more in the 10 to 15 minute range. But I wasn't too hung up on that when I made it. I was just trying to, I don't know, I feel like I needed time to tell the story, and it just took the time it needed. So in my head, it felt complete, even though it was long. But I know going forward, because I used to write a lot of feature scripts and have now kind of recently transitioned into wanting to make my own short films. I'm getting more comfortable just telling a story in a really short time span. That was like an adjustment for me.
Let me ask you a question, straightforward like that. Is there an alcoholism problem in Pakistan? I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know what happens.
In society,
I don't know.
The movie doesn't take place in Pakistan, does it?
No, it takes place in upstate New York.
Yeah, well, that answers my question.
I think alcoholism is everywhere, Andrew.
Even in Pakistan?
I'm sure it's there. They, and you can't really openly drink there. It's like, it's illegal for people to drink there. It's a Muslim country and all that. I haven't been there since like 20 years myself, but I'm sure there's people who are alcoholics there.
Right. But I mean, the reaction to hearing about a relative being an alcoholic or drug addict or something, is it different from like the United States where they go, oh, yeah, I know there's something wrong with him, like they said to me. But that's another story. But is the reaction different in, say, Muslim states?
I imagine it'd be more of a shock, and there's definitely a stigma to it. Way more of a stigma there too. Yeah. It's one of those things that no one talks about. It's a lot more.
Yeah, I think it would be hidden
under
too.
the radar.
I think it'd be something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a sensitive topic. How does your family feel about it?
I mean, they like the story. They like in terms of just what it was saying and all that. But yeah, it is a heavy topic. But I don't know, it just felt important, and I think I just had, for me, it was like these two characters. It's a sibling story, really. So it's about a brother and a sister, and in the story, they're each going through their own sort of ordeal, and I felt like it represented two very opposite ways of dealing with trauma, and that idea of like that, putting those two characters in juxtaposition was what made it interesting for me. So my character's got this sort of like martyr complex, consumed in his own self-pity, like a lot of he's an alcoholic, and then the sister who's been through abuse, sexual abuse, but she's
Wow.
a lot more resilient and is trying to move forward and is not holding on to grudges. So I felt like that's just two different ways of dealing with their traumas, and then you kind of see how it all plays out as it builds up to the sort of finale sequence of everything coming out in the open and being dealt with when there's a lot of things that are hidden and not talked about and whatnot.
All right, let me ask you a question. As a filmmaker, do you want your actors to stick closely to the script, or do you let them improvise here and there?
So we had about 2 weeks of rehearsal, and in the rehearsal process, I liked improvisation because I also did make adjustments to the script based off of the rehearsals. Once we got to actually shooting, sometimes you change the lines without realizing it, but we were sticking to the script mostly because, editing and continuity. But I'm not, I think that, if there's a reason to improvise, then you should go for it. But if you feel like, it's going to kind of take the scene and it's going to elongate the scene unnecessarily when you can get to the point, then don't do it. So a lot of the scenes are kind of short too. They're like sort of like a series of vignettes of moments. And then there's one big midpoint scene when she reveals what happened to her. And then there's a big kind of final sequence at the end when everything kind of comes together. So definitely things changed. And then once I got to post, a lot of the dialogue changed with the way we're editing it as well.
Wow. Kellyanne, do you have any questions here?
Wow. I guess Ali, do you this film's already been put out? Are you working on something else right now? Like, what do you do? What's your next project?
So I'm back to the drawing board, I guess, now for the next script. The final cut was done like 2 weeks ago. So I took like a week to kind of just chill, and that was nice. And now I'm kind of just back to, have a lot of ideas, probably write a lot of different things before I figure out the next, script that I feel like I want to go all in on.
All right.
Because that'll be like a time-consuming process once I'm in it.
Well, let me ask you, since Crazy's still lurking around here, but did you use music in your film? And where do you get the music from and all that?
So I have a composer, and we went to undergrad together, and we reconnected, and I shared the script, and so he started composing things for me before we even started shooting. And he's a great composer. And then as we were shooting, I showed him footage. I showed him like all the cuts. So he kept rewriting music and coming up with music the whole process. And
wow.
So it was a journey of discovery with him with the music as much as it was as I was going through the actual process from development all the way through, coming up with the final cut, which is very cool. Yeah.
But you have to trust his sensibilities if you're not an expert with music composition and everything. Is that correct?
Yeah, like I don't know anything about music, but you kind of just know when it's fitting, when it's like the right emotion or whatever, when it's fitting with the piece. So it's more about, I guess, kind of just feeling the gut reaction of like, this is it, or nah, I feel like we can keep, playing and discovering something different.
All right, let me ask you, down the road, or if you have something you want, what do you want out of this whole thing? Filmmaking, out of the world, or whatever? What do you want?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this was kind of like my first real short film that I've made. So I feel like it's the start, and I definitely learned a ton in the experience, but I just want to keep doing it, and I mean, it'd be nice to, have a career and go to festivals with it and do all those sorts of things. I definitely, I would say acting is like first and foremost for me. And then writing and acting are kind of equal. And I would say I'm newer as a director, but so I think also being able to play this role is really cool for me because I wrote it, and it's very different than the kind of stuff you tend to get. And that was also the appeal of becoming a writer from the very beginning, was just trying to create really interesting stuff to work on.
All right, Patrick, what do you think about the friggin' situation?
I think it's great. Is it a personal story, Ali?
It's not autobiographical, but it's personal. I feel like it's always personal in ways. It has to be.
I'm in recovery. I wrote a show, a one-person show, about my journey called Sinister Kid. and I did it a couple of years ago. It was really an interesting. I'm also an actor, and I wrote it, and I had somebody come in and direct it.
Oh,
But I
nice.
think it's great that you created your own role. I mean, that's the key, right?
Yeah,
Write for yourself.
yeah. And
Beautiful,
it'd be great to also, just direct and not act and act and not have to worry about directing at the same time. That was
Yep.
definitely a challenge, wearing those hats at the same time.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of things, a lot of things happen unexpectedly during production. There was supposed to be a hurricane one weekend in New York, and it was raining like crazy, and we had to consolidate 2 days of shooting, and all
When
sorts
did
of
you
things like
shoot
that
it?
happened. This was end of August.
So we were coming out. We
Wow.
were just coming out of lockdown, or we were already out of lockdown. What kind of COVID protocols did you follow?
Everyone had to get tested prior, and we had everyone wear masks, had a lot of hand sanitizer.
Right.
Just that was the best you could do, really, on a
Yep.
non-union short. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you,
But everyone
man.
was good
I
about
think
it. It
it's
was a
great,
small crew.
Ellie.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
I appreciate
Pat, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You doing this movie in Slovakia or some shit? Is that it?
Slovakia. Yep.
All right. Wasn't Donald Trump's wife from Slovakia?
I think she's from the Ukraine.
No, she's from Slovenia.
Right,
Slovenia.
it is Slovenia. All right. I always get those confused.
That's a place I've actually played at too. Slovenia, interesting
Did you
country.
play? Did you play for Melania?
No, I don't believe she was in the audience, but who knows?
Kellyanne,
cares?
do you have any more questions for our incredible panel? I've learned so much tonight. Kellyanne, do what you do best.
Yeah, it was everyone seems to be from all different places. So I would like to ask the panel, what is your favorite food combination? Meditated on that question.
Pick somebody.
Meditating
go with
all day
Patrick
for the
first.
Aardvark
Patrick.
interviews.
Patrick, what is your favorite food
My favorite
combination?
food combination. It's got to be like family style, Italian food with like garlic bread and some nice gravy. That would be a good combination for me.
Crazy, what about you?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I like Middle Eastern platters sample. Kind of like they have it like Lebanese restaurants and all, and also but then again, sometimes I like going to Golden, like not Golden Corral. I'm sorry, Olive Garden. Like some Italian places.
Oh,
Olive Garden, yeah.
And combination of like some nice, I don't know, chicken and pasta. Depends on the day, really.
crazy tones.
Hey, what?
Whoa.
Sinister. Oh, who is that handsome guy? Holy shit!
He's a boy.
Not sure.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. I like
Hey.
whoever's doing the pulling up social media.
That's our producer, Teddy. Thank
Teddy,
you, Ted. Thank you,
crushing it.
Ted. But what's a handsome guy there, Pat? What happened? All right. So, what about you, Ollie? What's your favorite combination plate? Was that the question?
Yeah, your just a favorite food combination.
That's tough. When you first said that, I thought you meant like wacky combinations of just like random things, like pairings. Because I discovered something during production, which was Nutri-Grain bars and peanut butter go really well together. If you're looking, for snacks.
Good choice.
Really good.
I think it's a very valuable.
I think Ali won that the food combo question.
Kellyanne, what's your combination plate?
Yeah, Kellyanne.
Well, actually, I was hoping to get the crazy combinations, and my favorite for my birthday, I had beef jerky with peanut butter and caramel chocolate bar. That was my combination.
Oh, that is
It was
crazy.
yummy.
That is crazy.
All right,
Yeah.
so nice. I heard it twice.
Beef jerky, peanut butter, and
a caramel chocolate bar.
Whoa.
Do you guys?
Like you kind of layer it.
Do you guys
Fair enough.
celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada, or is it just bullshit or something?
We already had Thanksgiving. Our Thanksgiving was
wow.
last month.
You got to be shitting me.
How was it? Was it fun?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I got to eat turkey, and then it's not the Thanksgiving; it's the Thanksgiving leftovers.
All right. And what about you,
Great.
Ali? Ali, will you be eating some turkey?
Oh yeah. I'm always looking forward to Thanksgiving. I got 2 big nice pies I bought that I'm taking home. That's my contribution to the dinner this year.
Is it upstate New York?
No, I live in Pennsylvania. My parents are in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's your social media site? Is that your site? Is that
Yeah, I
Where
have
could-
Instagram. That's my
where,
Instagram.
where can people contact you if they want to see your film or say, "Wow, that film was great," or "Hey, I want to go out with you"? Where can they contact you to start stalking you?
You can start with Instagram. I'm new to it, so there's not too much on my page, but there's a link to my website on my page. You could also see the film. It's not publicly viewable, but
Right.
if you go to my page, or if you go to my website, it's aliahmedactor.com /buried-and-forgotten, and that takes you to the page where you can see the film, and the password is just my last name 2021. If you want to watch it, but but you can learn more about me over there.
Thanks, Ali. Pat, what about you? Where can we reach you?
About me, Andrew.
What if a girl is stalking you, or you have an angry neighbor that says your dog shit on his lawn? Where can they visit you and talk to you?
It's all right up there. They can go to my website, patmccartney.com, or they can go to my Insta at the Patrick Mac.
And you
Or
gotta-
they can take a drop in that I teach every Wednesday at the Pit NYC.
the Pit NYC. And is Centralia performing now? What's going on?
Centralia right now we're meeting once a week and we're developing something. I'm not sure what it is, but
All right. If you haven't seen Centralia, I urge you to see Centralia. It's like nothing you've ever seen
thank you,
before.
Andrew.
I've seen it a few times, actually, not just once, because I said, this is good. I'm going to fucking go back. Crazy Tomes.
Yes.
What about you? What about you? Where can, these really hot girls visit you and find you because
I
you're
think
a
this is what
musician?
you want, Andrew. I think this is what
Well,
you
yeah,
want.
I want to grab his hot girls. All right. So where can we find you?
At my house.
All right, that's good.
In San Diego with his girlfriend.
San Diego with his 7 girlfriends. But do you have a social media place that people could say, "Yo,
Yeah.
crazy"?
Well, first of all, to find all my music, it's on reverbnation.com/crazytones or crazytones.com. And by the way, I gotta mention it's spelled the right way, just crazy, TOMES, not the way my Instagram or Facebook are spelled. It's simply because Facebook does not let me use the word crazy as my first name.
Right, because you can't
Even though
say
it's kind of at this point, but they still don't believe me. So
yeah. I actually wrote something on Facebook.
as well as Spotify,
I had a comment deleted on Facebook. This crazy, and the comment was stupid. STOOPID, and they removed my comment because of the misspelled word stupid. So there you go. There's Crazy Tomes. The right way to spell it, the Facebook way is CRA space Z space Tomes. All right. So
Yep.
and Little Richard gave him that name, right? Crazy.
Yep. Good.
Greatest story ever. Crazy.
That was a freaking great story.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the show again because I just can't stop watching myself. But Pat is going to Slovakia or Vilnius, Slovakia. All right, in December, you're shooting that film. Good luck to you there, my brother. And
Thanks, Andrew.
thanks for popping on. I appreciate it so. Crazy. What can I say? You're good looking. You have a talent. Like, did you hear him play the guitar?
How come I didn't get good looking?
Well, yeah, you're very handsome, man. All right. And Ali, I can't believe any girl would say no to you. But You know, that's not what we're here for. All right. Kellyanne, what do you have coming up in your life? What do you got?
Me, it's winter. That's all we deal with is snow now. We have to deal with cold and snow for the next, I don't know, 9 months.
Okay.
And-
Do you make an igloo or something? I don't know.
Well, yeah, we stay in igloos and we have like we get toboggans with dogs. I have a dog that's resting right now that pulls me around. And yeah,
And what
it's
do you say?
9
Do
months.
you say mush? Mush?
Well, no, I say go Bella,
Okay, very
and she
good.
goes.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you, Kellyanne. And
You
if
know,
you want,
you know what Alan Alda used to say to his huskies when he would be trapped in the snow. He
What?
would say, "Mash, mash, come on,
wow, that
be
was
here
terrible.
all week."
All right, let's close with that joke since it was brilliant. All right, so
Take it, Andrew.
thank you, my guest, Patrick McCartney,
Thank you so much.
improv extraordinaire, Crazy Tomes. You heard the guitar, all right?
Wow.
So I mean, we're not hiding shit here. Ali, you saw some of the movie. It's a smash. It's a smash. This has been Aardvark Interviews. Catch me at Big Ass Actor on Instagram, and catch me at Patreon. Give a few bucks if you got it. You know, instead of buying, you know, your bag of weed, give Aardvark Interviews your money at Patreon. Also, what's the name of the production company, Kellyanne?
Hello, hooray!
Hello, Hooray has a Patreon account as well. We're here every Monday, 5:30 p.m. till around 6:30, or whenever we decide to leave. And I want to thank you again, Kellyanne, the Canadian Goose, for stepping up and, you know, just being the gentle, beautiful soul you are. And it's my pleasure meeting you. All right. You think I have a chance now? All right. So we'll see you next week. Aardvark Interviews. Mike Bichetti, I hope you feel better. All right. That's it.
It was
Thanks,
great meeting
Andrew.
you
Nice to
guys.
meet you all.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Thank you,
See ya.
everyone. Mwah.
Love this music.